Good morning, lovelies. Spiritual adulterers. Let's talk about it. Jesus, coffee, and no fishing for my necklace this morning. So I want to go through New Morning Mercies this morning. Read through it as I went through a whole lot of time in prayer this morning, and just kind of struggled last night before I went to bed. So got up deep in prayer this morning, deep in the Word, and read through New Morning Mercies. And I just want to go through it because it really kind of hit home. So he starts out, and this is again by Paul David Tripp. He says, "You are hardwired for love. So everything you decide, desire, think, say, and do is an expression of love for someone or something. The Counsel of John is clear and just as important today as it was when it was penned. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires." So true, right? "But whoever does the will of God abides forever." And that's 1 John 2, verses 15 through 17. So he goes on to say, "You are a lover. We all are. We love. It's what human beings do every moment of every day, in every location, and in every situation." Feels like some more than others, some less than others. You're never not loving. It's in the very fiber of your being. It's the way God carefully constructed you. Why did he hardwire you to love? Why is this such an essential part of who you are? God created you with this capacity so that you would have what you need to live in a deeply loving, heart-controlling, motivation-producing, worship-initiating, joy-stimulating relationship with Him. With Him. Your capacity to love was created for Him. Your desire to love was meant to draw you to Him. Your heart was designed to long for love. And that longing was meant to find its final and complete fulfillment where? In Him. Not in each other. In Him. Here's the tragedy. Sin caused us all, in some way, to turn our backs on the love of God and give the principal love of our hearts to someone or something else. We seek to have our hearts fulfilled by love for something other than God. That's people, yeah. Sad. We love the creation more than the Creator. We love other people more than we love God. We love ourselves so much that we have little energy left to love the one who is love. Good morning, Brittany. We love ourselves so much. We have little energy left to love the one who is love. So we run from thing to thing, hoping our hearts will be content in love. We're all spiritually promiscuous, running from lover to lover, giving the loyalty of our hearts to things other than God. We're all spiritual adulterers, giving away what by the design of creation belongs to God and God alone. The Bible is the story of a love drama that looked as if it would end in tragedy. But then Jesus came. You see, God, who is love, sent the Son of His love to make the ultimate sacrifice of love so that we would become people who love Him as we have never loved him before. In love, he showers us with love that does not quit, even on our most unloving day. And by grace, he transforms us and transforms our hearts so that increasingly we are able to keep creation in its proper place and keep the ultimate love of our hearts for him and him alone in our heart. Now celebrate the gift of that rescuing love. So, kind of heard me say that, talk about that before, right? We keep him in his place on the throne of our hearts. And every other relationship just naturally falls in line with its priorities. When we try and stick something else on that throne, everything else falls in disarray. Nothing or nobody should compete with that throne. He created that hole in our heart. That's a God-shaped hole. That's his throne. When we break out our Dremel tool and we start forming that hole to fit other things in there, then things start to feel in disarray. I'm feeling that myself. Went to bed last night and put my mask on and was in prayer. And Lee asked me what I was thinking about, and I was like, I felt like a Pharisee. How did I feel like a Pharisee? What do I mean by that? Because I felt like all the knowledge I had about God was all right here. Felt like none of it was right here. And he never leaves us, never forsakes us. But yet, was I struggling and tumbling through my faith last night? Yeah. Felt like a Pharisee. Great. You sit here and you do these videos and you tell people about how wonderful God is and how great he is, and he is. It wasn't him. It was me. Because I felt like I didn't have that 18-inch connection. And that bothered me when I went to bed last night. Bothered me when I woke up this morning. Thanked him for waking me up. Thanked him for giving me the breath in my lungs. And decided that I needed to come out and bury myself in the Word and reconnect with him. Things are good again. Things are good again. But if you feel like you're wrestling and you feel like you're being a spiritual adulterer, turn back. I promise you, he's right there, just waiting for you to turn around. He's not turning around going, this guy, this girl. No. He's right there going, I'm right here. I'm just waiting for you to turn around. Why? Because he is love. That's why. I love you. I know he loves you. We'll be back tomorrow with whatever God wants to talk about. He's got this message for somebody. Somebody needs to hear it. I know I did. So this is a mirror moment for me. I needed to hear that. I needed to read that this morning, and he knew I did. Because I hadn't picked up my new Morning Mercies in a little bit. He knew what I needed. That's how good he is. He's faithful. He goes, come here. Sits me up on his lap and says, I know exactly what you need to hear. Why? Because I'm Dad. Love you guys.